Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are, really going for a run on some of the new finished rail, but we also got an update that gives us a new locomotive. So it is called the Montezuma, I think is what they called it. We got a new car. Well, it's the yellow caboose that we've been waiting on, and then um, where is it? Here we go. There it is. It's the Montezuma. So go figure that. It's not super strong. 4,000 pounds of tractive effort. So obviously, as you can see, where it compares to some of the ones we use, it's definitely not like a big stout locomotive. The other things, I guess we'll take a look around it real quick. Looks like we have the old blue boiler from the old Class 70, which I was always a big fan of. I know a lot of people like that one, so there you go. We named this one Monty. Put the standard logo on it. The one thing, well, not one thing, but I guess the thing that I noticed the most with it is there is no third-person driving view, at least that I can get into. And the other thing that I noticed right now, it's got a problem, is there's no brakes. So if you look, we have the regulator, the firebox, the reverser, sander. This one up here is for the cylinder cocks. And then we have a high-pitched whistle, but I'm assuming it's this switch here, would be for brakes, and it does not highlight. So where I would take this out for a first run today, just getting it stopped to get it hooked up to the tender back here was a pain in the butt, because it's a first-person driving, which, okay, I'm not big on the first-person driving, to each their own. I don't tend to do it, but there's no brakes, so no real way to stop it is going to kind of kill the idea of taking that out for a run today. But nevertheless, I figured I'd show it off since it's here and we found it. So there you are. It's a good looking locomotive. It's got some highlights here. Definitely not my favorite, but it's cool looking. Got some big, huge drive wheels on it. So that's probably going to help contribute to the not super powerful type of locomotive. So not exactly sure what we'll be doing with that one. Time being, until we at least get some brakes or a better way to drive it, it's probably going to be sitting pretty much right where it is. So there's that. And then I figure we will head over to I've been pushing the rail up the mountains, so been on the long push up to the iron mine, which, there was some learning with the new track in there. I guess I don't know how big a pain in the butt it is going to be to walk over. I think I left our test locomotive over on the that new bridge. So that's pretty much where I started laying from all the way up, and I got up there and respawned back here and got the new locomotive. So I guess unfortunately I'm gonna have to walk over there one way or another. But the new caboose, the yellow caboose, we had saw that with the dev update a while back when the Glenbrook was supposed to come to the game, and it looks like we got the yellow caboose and a new locomotive with the Montezuma instead of the Glenbrook. I have to say I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the Glenbrook, though I guess I don't really care. what the name of the locomotives are. It's cool to have a new locomotive. Little bummed you can't drive it in third person, and the brake situation is a little bit of a nuisance, because you can't really drive a locomotive with no brakes. I mean, alright, you can, but I'm not about to. I can say that. So hopefully we get a update, or an update, that will put a brake lever in there. I'm sure that is a oversight of some sort. I can't imagine that the locomotive... There's that switch in there that doesn't do anything, and my guess is that's got to be the brake switch. Alright, so our little locomotive should be... There we are. I was going to say it should be somewhere up here. Better be. Alright, so... Let's give us a chance to go from here up the new rail. We have not... Obviously, I haven't gotten in all the switches and all the stops and everything else yet. Definitely not a complete run, but we have pushed up the mountain to the mill. And that's the, that was the tricky part as far as I was concerned. Few tricky places on this run just because of the height that some of the bridges were at. Obviously getting things to work. I don't even know if it's gonna work. We had some height variations from the old stuff, obviously. I did one pretty extreme wonky corner to kind of make up for a lot of that, and to be quite honest, I have no idea if it's gonna work, if it's too steep or what. So this will all be a first run. This is gonna dump us right on to nothing if we don't flip this switch. But so this definitely is a test run, first run up it. I could have missed stuff, who knows. I mean, we moved the track enough that I could have missed trees, and I really have no idea if the train's even gonna go up this. So bear with me, because it could be a train wreck, but that's part of the risk of taking a first run, I guess, filming it. But it took enough effort just to get up there that I have not tested any of it. Alright. We did tend to try to follow the same line that we have before. We have not put in our wrap back around yet or any of that from down at the Smelter Valley, so we all have plenty to finish yet on this line. As in, you can see here, this does not attach anymore, so we need to get that straightened out yet. This is just a real rough. Can we at least get back up the mountain now or not? Kind of run. Couple of pretty sketchy places on this run that are a challenge to lay track, I will be the first to admit. I also laid it in the opposite direction this time. Last time I laid it coming downhill. This time I laid it going uphill. So we'll just have to see how all that works. As you can see, we had to put in some false groundwork, which we will clean up down there afterwards. But in order to get that bridge... Oh, and watch, she won't go across this. Oh, it's because we're out of boiler pressure. Oh, wow. I was gonna say, if this won't even go up at empty, that's gonna be not good for anything else trying to come up at loaded. And I didn't get the steep part in here either, but since we are currently stopped due to a lack of propulsion, we might as well fix this, because we missed taken a tree or two out, which that's not going to surprise me. Yeet. Once we get up through the next turn around the crazy corner up there, then we kind of get everything back to where it was, so I'm not too worried. But I know we have a turn at the end of that that's maybe too sharp and quite possibly too steep as well. Getting the bridge across this was not the easiest thing in the world. So when I got it across here, I just took it at the height that it went to, and I tried to make it work afterwards. So hopefully we can make that work. This used to be up quite a bit and over about 12 feet, so we'll just have to see how things are affected. Hopefully everything still works. This was the, I'd be lying if I said it took a lot less than an hour probably trying to work out getting that thing across there. Anywhere near in the right vicinity, so hopefully the rest of this we got it to come back and match up. We went with new wood where possible, steel bridge when we thought we were getting up too high or gonna get up too high. We went with steel bridge. This stuff in here, some of the more interesting to lay, so part of it's going to be a little kittywampus here and there because, well, that's just how it went. Again, this stuff all here right on the edge of what is tall or too tall. This is the slippy, stupid corner, if you will, right here. But that seemed to do okay. It's not like very extended. Once we get around that corner, here we should be smooth sailing. These, from here out, the track almost lined right into the exact same slot. So I don't anticipate too many problems now once we get around that section. And I do like the guardrail on the outside. That looks a little better than the old, just, you know, fall right off the cliff that used to be. We'll kind of zoom out a little bit there. But we were, we were able to manage pulling off pretty much the exact same route, which I was pretty amazed. That one corner back there is a tight pain to get to, so. Uh-oh. We are gonna have to stop. These switches are definitely not finished up here. Still haven't finished a holding yard. Not that it's a huge yard up here, but we do have the 2 holding chutes or offshoots for locomotives up here. But it looks like everything is gonna work. We changed the direction of these just to smooth everything out. Again, before we were just getting things in here, so the layout's gonna work a lot better once we get it finished, but not finished yet. But everything from that turn, everything just laid smoother. Alright. Slam on the brakes. We will call that one good. The run finishes right there. We still are going to come in and finish up, you know, ironwork holding area, but that's the now finished rail up to the ironworks and the new locomotive and the new caboose figure we take a look at today. being that we just got the update for it today. So there's that, but I think we'll call that one a success and call it an episode. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.